and welcome to another Fantasy Haven livestream. Where have I been? Doesn't matter, I'm back. It's me, the late Lord Haven, and today we'll be doing a pre-House of the Dragon livestream. Because House of the Dragon Season 2 is coming up, and you better believe there's going to be so much content. I'm talking animated videos, reviews, live streams with Quinn the GM, all kind of stuff. But before we jump headfirst into House of the Dragon, we got to do a little bit, a little something, a little kind of like a starter, right? Or an appetizer, not even a starter, just a little appetizer. Get us back into the swing of doing live streams because it's been a while, right? It's been like a couple of weeks. And if you're wondering, hey, where have all the live streams been? Where have all the videos been? Well, I've been working very hard on special content that only my patrons know about, but you'll be learning about it very soon when Hot D drops. But for now, let's explain what this is going to be about. This is my motto tier list. So I've done something like 4 or 5 live streams that are specifically ranking the sigils of A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones and so on. I had some hot takes, I had some lukewarm takes, I had some cold takes, but that was a lot of fun. So I thought, you know what? Let's rank the mottos. Let's rank the house words. There aren't that many. I say that, there's a bunch of sigils on screen, but in the grand scheme of things, there are not that many house words. So these are both. We'll be exploring both like fully canon mottos that are explicitly described in the books, like Winter is Coming and Hear Me Roar, and so on. And we'll also be exploring semi-canon. So by that I mean words that have been attributed to these houses in material outside of A Song of Ice and Fire, like maybe the World of Ice and Fire, maybe blog posts, maybe Westeros.org, the Citadel website run by Elio and Linda. And yeah, I'm going to be giving my opinion, putting them where I think they belong, but in the chat, feel free to correct me. Tell me if you disagree, tell me if I'm talking out my ass. And before we begin, I guess I'll just say, yeah, if you want to support the channel, then feel free to send in a super chat and I'll say whatever you want me to say, or I'll answer whatever question you want me to answer. In the description is a link to Streamlabs. For those who don't know, Streamlabs is you're able to send a donation, like a super chat, and I can read it out. But unlike YouTube, which takes a big percent, Streamlabs doesn't take any of it. So what you send, I'm getting all of it. YouTube isn't taking a sneaky cut. So it's up to you. But if you don't want to do Super Chat Streamlabs, just sit back and relax. And yeah, the Streamlab donations, if there are any, I'll be reading those out at the very end of this live stream. But Super Chats, I'll be reading them as they appear. Speaking of, we have our first ever Super Chat from Loopsy. No one is going to believe this, but Loopsy's profile picture, he's one of my patrons, by the way. His profile picture right now is literally my cat. So that's quite surreal. Anyway, thank you to Lala Loopsy, who says, House words of House Loopsy. The night is wet and full of wonky tonky juice. Can you ban people from live streams? You can remove, I can put him in a timeout. I'm not going to put you in a timeout. Okay, very nice house words. Very nice. So, shall we begin, everyone? Enough rambling, let's begin. We have the North, we have the Riverlands, we have the Vale, the Westerlands, the Reach, the Crownlands, the Stormlands, the Iron Islands, Dawn, and then we have 4 special ones at the very end. So, what shall I explore first? Genuinely, throw it to me in the chat. Throw out the ones you're most interested in. And, we'll go from there. While that's coming in, because there can sometimes be a bit of delay, I will start with the Iron Islands, just because there's only 2 of them. So, first off, House Greyjoy. Their house words are, of course, we do not sow. So what's the meaning behind this? It's essentially, it's a statement of fact, and it's also a brag. Because, of course, on the Iron Islands, they do not sow. Right, they are barren rocks. They don't really grow food. They don't toil in the mines or sow the fields, as Balon says. They take what is theirs by paying the iron price. Right, not the gold price. The gold price is you pay for something. The Ironborn, they are raiders. They pay the iron price. They fight, they die, they kill, and they take back what they want, whether that be thralls, salt wives, food, jewels, whatever. So we do not sow. This statement is coming from the Lord Paramount of the Iron Islands, the Lord Reapers themselves, the Lord Reapers of Pike. And they're saying, we do not sow our own seed, so to speak. We don't toil in our own minds. We do not do all that work. Our entire culture and dynasty is based around fighting and invading and slaughtering. I've said before, the Ironborn are like pop culture Vikings on steroids. Their culture is kind of ridiculous. There's no way that they would have survived this long without just dying from not being able to produce anything, or just from being wiped out by the land that they keep raiding. But I do think we do not sow. What do I think? There's some fun historical context, geographical. It's a statement of fact. Like I said, it's a brag. Yeah, we're fighters. We're gonna raid. So it is kind of cool. But in a vacuum, if you don't know the context, it's kind of lame. And I think it's important that these house words need to sound cool in and out of context. We do not sow. Like, when you first hear that, you're like, okay, cool, good for you. What do you mean you don't sow? Because they reap. They don't sow, they reap. So yeah, we do not sow, kind of lame out of context. But then what it means, basically a call to action, a call to raiding, to reaving, to raping. It's aggressive, it's metal, it's like, what shall I do? I'm not feeling A for this one. I'm not feeling S or A, but I do think it's strong. Some people are saying F, some people are like, that's lame. I kind of like it. I'm going to go B. Maybe that's controversial, I'm going to go B. There we go. I have not prepped any of this, by the way. I did not, think where they'd go in advance, because otherwise I wouldn't be sitting here rambling. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's a lot easier to rank sigils. Because sigils, you can talk about the colour contrast and the composition and the mythology behind the visuals. But with the mottos, I'm just kind of saying the words, being like, are these words cool or not? I'm going to go B tier. What do we think? Do we agree with B tier? I'm not going to do a poll for every single thing, but cool. What do we want then? I see people saying we should explore the north, the Vale, Baratheon, the north, Dawn, north. So the north and Stormlands seem to be the most requested ones. Let's go north, and then we'll move on to the Stormlands. People really want to hear me talk about the Baratheons, okay, but let's start with the north. Oh, wait, no. My apologies, we have not finished the Ironborn. We nearly forgot. There's one other Ironborn house that has a motto. Only one more. This being House Cod. Their sigil, of course, literally just a silver cod on black. And their words are... What? Wait, let me get this right. Let me make sure. Yes. Though all men do despise us. Those are their words. Though all men do despise us. Okay, so their words are just a giant middle finger to everyone, being like, yeah, you hate us, we hate you. What are you gonna do about it? Because the Cods are renowned for being weirdos and maybe inbred, and no one really likes them. And they're such a hated house that it's literally ingrained into their dynastic mythology that everyone hates them, though all men do despise us. So what comes after that sentence? Though all men do despise us, we're still here? Is that what it means? Though everyone hates us, here we are, we still exist, we prevail? Or is it though all men do despise us, we're not that bad? It's the former, I guess. It's kind of we are still here even though everyone hates us. It's funny. I can't deny how funny it is, but here's the thing. My gut instinct was F. Because they're basically just being yeah, everyone hates us. But there is something kind of cool about it. It's not lame. It is lame, but it's it knows it's lame. It's not marching onwards or something really boring like that, where it's like that's so generic. It's very it's very unique, and it's very aggressive, and I find that kind of likable. It's like, though all men do despise us. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm talking myself into liking it. Maybe it's just the meme factor. I think I might go. I'm thinking B or C. I'm not sure which one to go for. C kind of implies average, and I think this is too weird to be average. I know, let's turn C tier into COD tier. There we go. So COD tier is like... It's a weird motto, and you don't want to ride into battle shouting it, but there's something just kind of fascinating about it that you can't put your feet. You're like, yeah, that is kind of... Anyway, now we shall move on to the Starks. Moving up to the north. House Stark, the grey direwolf on a field of white. Their words are, winter is coming. Now, these house words are a household name, right? Everyone has heard the phrase "winter is coming." It was used throughout Game of Thrones. One of the earliest memes is that meme of Ned Stark holding the sword, and it's like meme text just saying "winter is coming." I knew about it before I even knew what Game of Thrones was. It's marketable, it's merchandisable. I'll say this about George. He knows how to create character names and location names and quotations and words and so on that are really marketable but not cringe. It's really rare to be able to do that. But George R. R. Martin is good at making marketable but not cringe stuff. So, does it live up to the hype? Everyone's heard of winter is coming. Out of context, it sounds cool and mysterious. Winter is coming. But what does it mean in context? It could mean various things. First off, it could just be a statement of fact. Winter is coming. We are men of the north. We don't have time to be braggadocious. We don't have time to be threatening. We are just stating for a fact. Winter is coming, and it is our duty as Starks to protect the north and to get the food that we need during the harvest, to hunker down in winter and to try to survive without eating our own children. Winter is coming. You better prepare. Take this seriously. Or... alternatively, it is a threat. Winter is coming, bitches. You're not prepared, but we are. Winter is coming. Or maybe it's almost like a we are winter. We, the Starks, embody the cold. We embody the snow. We are winter. When we march into battle and shout, winter is coming, we're not talking about some snowflakes falling from the sky. We're talking about ourselves, the winter wolves. Either way, it's mysterious. It's mythological, it's epic, it's everywhere. It's above an A tier because it's not just a generic, it's not just like a cool, it's not just cool and exciting. It's got something extra. S tier needs something extra, and the Stark one has mystery. It's the mystery that does it. It's going to be very rare for anything to end up in S tier. Because you need that kind of, the little bit of extra. So there we go. Starks in S tier. What do we think? House Snow, we do not know. Very nice. Someone's shouting, House Words of Blackfire. House Blackfire do not have any house words, unfortunately. We haven't heard about them. It would be kind of funny if that... excuse me. Similar to how their sigil is the Targaryen sigil inverted, a black dragon on red. It would be funny if the house words were flipped around, similarly. So, instead of fire and blood, blood and fire were the words of House Blackfire. Probably not, but then also, George did say he wanted the sequel to Fire and Blood to be called Blood and Fire, as opposed to Fire and Blood Part 2. And Blood and Fire, that's a cool name, but also maybe we know that part 2 of that history is going to focus on the 5 Blackfire rebellions. So, I don't know, I don't know. We don't know yet, but Blood and Fire would be cool house words for House Blackfire, I think. Let me have some water. Always stay hydrated. Okay, we are moving on to House Bolton. The red flayed man on a field of pink, surrounded by crimson blood drops. So, House Bolton. Their house words are, our blades are sharp. Ooh. That's pretty cool. And it's not just It's not just about the battlefield. It's not just, yeah, we're great warriors, our blades are sharp, we're going to kill you. It's speaking to the history of House Bolton. They are infamous flayers. It is a torturous cultural tradition of the Boltons to take their enemies and with their special blades and their special dungeons to flay the skin of their enemies, to hang them up, to create pink pavilions, entire pavilions, tents made out of skin, as Lord Balthazar Bolton did when he helped the Starks invade the Sisters' Isles, and he made supposedly made a pink pavilion out of a bunch of innocent sister men. And you know, they wear them as cloaks, they wear them as gloves. It's a grotesque practice that is designed to strike fear into their enemies. For House Stark, winter is coming is more about like, it's invoking nature, it's invoking mythology, like the Long Night. It's authoritative, it's mysterious. House Bolton's one is like a threat to torture you. It's our blades are sharp, we flay people. That's what we're known for. Look at our sigil. You better stay away. So, our blades are sharp. Out of context, I'd say it's like C tier. Right? Like, our blades are sharp. That's kind of lame. But in context, it rises up. It rises up because that's pretty cool. But is it almost too obvious? Let me think. Our blades are sharp. I'm gonna go B. I have high standards for this kind of thing. I don't just throw everything in S tier and A tier. I'm gonna go B tier for Bolton. What do we think? There we go. My chat was kind of frozen for a bit, so I was stuck quite a while back. Oh, lots of people saying, okay, yeah. Yeah, B minimum, yeah. I'm not going to go any lower than a B. A peaceful land, a quiet people, Boombler brings up. This being the casual, the colloquial phrase that's often associated with House Bolton because that's what Roose Bolton states. He says, that's all I want, a peaceful land, a quiet people. That's the ideal land for him. No one's raising their voice. No one's rising up in revolt. Everything is peaceful. Everyone's keeping to themselves. Don't stir things up. Let things be. Sort of similar to how a Lannister always pays their debt is associated with the Lannisters, even though that's not technically their house motto. Anyway, moving on. House Kerwin. A two-headed silver axe on grey. Now, the House Kerwin words are honed and ready. So, out of context and in context, pretty much the same thing. Honed and ready, they're ready for battle. Their weapons are honed. And of course, their sigil is an axe, so it's like, our axe is honed and ready. Yeah, it's generic. They're ready for battle. They're ready to fight. It's charging into battle, honed and ready. You're steadfast, you're strong. It's not very interesting. It can't be any of the top 3 tiers. I guess it's kind of C tier, although we've turned C tier into COD tier. So COD tier is more like... COD tier is its own thing. I think COD tier could just be its own thing. So I'm going to say D tier, which is basically our equivalent of C tier. So, yeah. COD is in its own bubble universe. D is like... yeah. It's not like actively cringeworthy. It's not actively weird or annoying. It's like... It's fine. It's okay. Next up, House Hornwood. Excuse me for a second. Gotta have some water. Okay, House Hornwood. I can't remember this one. That's not a good sign. There we go. Righteous in wrath. Righteous in wrath. Okay, righteous in wrath is actually... Whoa, where did that come from? Well, hold on. I apologise, House Hornwood. I was not familiar with your game. Righteous in wrath, or righteous in wrath, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Okay, that's pretty badass. That's pretty badass. Oh no, I'm getting some hate. People are saying, is that the show sigil? I hope it's not the show sigil. I don't think it is. Let me do some investigating. But righteous in wrath, that's yes, no, I've got the wrong one. That is badass. I can't deny how cool that is. Very reminiscent of the Baratheon one. Ours is a fury, right? What is it with Antler Boys having such badass house words? They're angry, they're aggressive, they're coming for you, but like good honourable Northmen, they are righteous in their wrath. I love it. Right? I kind of want to. My instinct is to not go so high just because it's House Hornwood, but no. Just because it's like a smaller house and the sigil's not very interesting doesn't mean. It's about the righteous and wrath. That's okay. That's A tier for me. It doesn't quite have the mystery of winter is coming, but it's pretty cool. That's how you have a nice motto, a nice aggressive motto. I love it. Okay, House Karstark next. Now, this one is intriguing. So this one's kind of similar to the Stark one, which is not surprising considering House Karstark are a cadet branch of House Stark from Karhold. The House Stark words are winter is coming. The House Karstark words are the son of winter. The sun, of course. I mean, it's kind of a double meaning. So, straight off the bat, the son of winter is a direct reference to their sigil, right? The white sun is meant to represent the son of winter, whatever that means, with like a black background, like the black sky. So it's just kind of like, this is, if that was all it meant, then it's just describing your sigil. It would be the equivalent of, let's say, the House Trant sigil, the House Trant motto, this guy, the House Trant motto being a hanging man. Or like the House Lannister motto being a lion. That makes me think of a House Connington. I don't think we know the House Connington words, but soldiers of House Connington shout a griffin while charging into battle, and I think it's been confirmed those aren't the words, but I hate that so much. A griffin. What do you mean a griffin, motherfucker? First off, there are 2 griffins on your sigil. Secondly, you don't see Valyrians charging into combat saying a seahorse, or like Mormons going a bear. Come on, don't be silly now. But yes, the son of winter. It's just describing what the sigil is. However, maybe, like I said, double meaning. Maybe the son of winter, while it is spelled S-U-N, maybe it's also meant to mean S-O-N. The son of winter. If the Starks are winter, the Karstarks as the cadet branch, they're the sons of winter. Right? Maybe it kind of means that. We are the sons of winter. You know what? If their house words were actually the sons of winter with an O, that would be pretty badass. We are the sons of winter. We are winter born. We are northerners. But if we are to take it at face value, they are just describing their sigil, the son of winter, a white sun. Okay, you're just describing your sigil. I think I'm going to have to go E tier for this. I'm not going F, because F would have to be like actively cringy, terrible, lame. This isn't that. It's not lame, it's just like meh. It's meh. It's too meh. Mormons sing a bear in the main fair while running into battle. That would be cool. That would kind of be cool. That would be what, can you imagine? Just from the distance you hear, a bear, there was a bear, all black and brown and covered in hay. Just marching past. Okay, speaking of, it's our boys in House Mormon. Okay, that is not the map. That is the show House Mormon sigil. I humbly apologise for getting the wrong sigils. I humbly apologise. It's an absolute disgrace. There we are, Chief. Booyah. House Mormonte. Now, we all know this one, don't we? This is not a hidden one. Here we stand is the Mormon sigil. It's simple, straight to the point, very effective, and it's especially emphasised by you have to link in the motto with what the sigil is, right? A big burly black bear, aggressive, fierce, large, a creature of nature. Here we stand. We're not going anywhere. We will not back down. We will not flee. Here we are on our island. The Ironborn can try to take the island back, but here we stand. And of course, famously in Season 1, Benioff and Weiss added in a really cool line where Jorah Mormont is being threatened by Viserys, but he just says, "Here I stand," in reference to his house words. People say it's not S tier. It's not. It doesn't have the mystique of the Stark one. I'm gonna go B. Here we stand is B for me. That's a cool one. It's cool and simple. The simplicity works. I'm missing House Royce, am I? Am I? How did I miss House Royce? What are the House Royce words? Well, we'll get to that when we get to the Vale. Okay. Next up, House Flint. I believe there are 3 branches of Flint. I believe this is specifically House Flint of Widow's Watch, but I might be mistaken. Oh damn, my nose is getting blocked up. I'm like, I might be mistaken. I think it's House Flint of Widow's Watch, but I might be a little bit mistaken. Excuse me. I do apologise. Okay. Where are we? Yes, Ever Vigilant. Okay. Ever Vigilant. That's D. That's there with Honed and Ready. We're vigilant, we watch. That's cool. Yeah, fine. Whatever. Okay, House Tallheart. With a bunch of hearts. Heart trees. Proud and Free. Damn, they be celebrating Pride Month. Okay, Proud and Free. That's boring. Lame. Doesn't tie into anything specifically. We're a proud house and we're a free house. Okay, we'll tell it to all the others, you know? Okay. That's E tier for me. It's not F tier. Because it's not like a complete failure of a house word. It's like, you know, you can imagine soldiers charging into battle. Proud and free. No, no, I get it. I get it, proud and free. You know what? I'm bumping it up to D tier. Honed and Ready, Ever Vigilant, Proud and Free. They're in that same class. Okay. I am bumping it up. Next up, House Woad. Okay. House Umber don't have house words, but House Woad do. Okay then. Someone's asking what house is that in S tier? I don't know. I've never seen it before. It's a very small sort of minor house. It's semi-canon. It's called House Stark. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's on the Citadel website somewhere. The House Woad words are. Oh, come on! I'm like shuffling my notes because I made notes of this earlier. House Woad, touch me not. Touch me not. I mean, that is funny. I can't pretend that's not funny. It's 3 hedgehogs. It's 3 spiky hedgehogs. Touch me not. Okay. Like, it's... Imagine shouting that in. Imagine going into battle. Touch me not. I'm a spiky hedgehog. Don't touch me. I'll prick you. Okay. I think we may have found our first F tier. I kind of feel like Touch Me Not is like COD tier. Almost. I've got to go COD tier for Touch Me Not, actually. That's so... Although all men do despise us, Touch Me Not, and it's a picture of a bunch of hedgehogs, that is COD tier, come on. The COD tier at this point is just the meme tier. It's just the meme tier. It's not a joke. Look it up. The house words are Touch Me Not. Okay, where should we go next? The Stormlands, right? Everyone kept throwing out House Baratheon in the chat, so let's move to the Stormlands next. They're just libertarians. Imagine there was a sigil that was like a yellow serpent, a yellow snake, and it was like, "Step on me not." That'd be quite funny. Okay, let's move on to the where are we? Why have I written down my notes on paper like a boomer? Anyway, you can hear my shuffling. Do you want some ASMR right now? I've got you some paper shuffling ASMR. Okay, Stormlands, House Baratheon. Where are we? There we go. And by the way, if I've missed out any house words, please let me know in the chat and I will get right to them. My little hive mind, that's what the chat is. Okay, so House Baratheon. I can't actually remember the House Baratheon ones. Let me check. Ours is the Fury. Oh, the Fury. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's kind of try hard F tier. Okay, so moving on, we have, I believe this is House Swigert. So House Swigert, their words are "Truth conquers," and their sigil here, we see a white scroll on a purple field, and then a purple shield upon white upon purple. So truth conquers. We don't know much about House Swigert, but this is one of those instances where we have a minor house with little information about it, but we can piece things together based on, excuse me, I'm knocking the mic, based on the sigil and based on the house words. So the fact here we have a scroll, what does that imply? That implies sort of bookishness, reading, scholarship, masterly attitude, right? You know, maybe poetry, history. It's very academic and intellectual. And then truth conquers. That kind of links in with that vibe. It's the truth. It's the historical truth that will conquer. It is, you know. Yeah, I like it. It's intellectual. This is the first intellectual house word. It's not necessarily about battle. It's like, we are the arbiters of the truth. We are the defenders of the truth and the written word, and the truth shall conquer. That's cool. It's a cool explanation for their house. It is kind of cool to shout when you run into battle. Truth conquers. Yeah, no, actually, now that I did it, it's kind of lame, but I like this one. I'm gonna go B tier. This is a dark horse. I didn't expect much from it, but sometimes I'm talking myself into liking these and into disliking them. Yeah, you're right. It sounds like a maester's house. Why is everyone getting mad in the chat, by the way? Why is everyone angry? I don't understand. What did I do? Oh, I put Baratheon in F tier. Oh, okay. Whoa. I made a mistake. Sorry. Let's move these down here. I apologize. There we go. G tier for House Baratheon, my bad. Let's readjust this. I put House Baratheon too high. Okay, let's move on. So what have we got? We have House Trant. So House Trant, we all know Samarin Trant of the Kingsguard. Where's Samarin Trant of the Kingsguard? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is, yes. Samarin Trant of the Kingsguard. Oh, it's all going wrong. The sort of hanging black silhouette on a field of deep blue. So yeah, Meryn Trant of the Kingsguard. He's a kind of he's an abuser. He's a hitter. He's a lackey for Joffrey. Not like in the show where they made him a man who downloads PDF files in Braavosi brothels. He's not that kind of man. He's just a thug who doesn't really care. He's a callous thug. And so it makes sense that the house he belongs to is, boasting a dead man, a dead hanged man. Sort of, this is what we do to our enemies. And their words, as I said, are, so ends our foes. So it's kind of similar to Our Blades Are Sharp, in a way, right? Where our blades are sharp, House Bolton, they are boasting about the fact that they flay their enemies, that they torture their enemies. And that is a, historical precedent. With House Trant, it's very much, it's less grand, right? It's less over the top and cruel, but it's very much, so end our foes. If you go up against us, we will hang you, right? So you can imagine they're projecting an image of strength, an image of law, like law and order and tradition. Do not mess with us. Do not commit crimes against us. Do not rise up against us. Do not attack us from other territory. So ends our foes. We will hang our foes. Interesting. I think it's it's not as good as Our Blades Are Sharp. So I'm gonna go D tier. It's like a solid, It's a solid one. Does it work in battle? So ends our foe. Not really. Right? Yeah. No. I think it does actually. But there we go. The Hanging Man. I like that. House Lonmouth next. Excuse me. House Lonmouth next. Skulls and kisses. Their words are, "The choice is yours." Very nice. Very nice. This is one of those ones where it doesn't work unless you see the sigil as well. So it doesn't work on its own. It certainly doesn't work in battle. But it's almost like a cheeky little, look at our sigil. Lips and skulls. We will love you or we will kill you. The choice is yours. Do you want our love? Or do you want death? So again, it could mean love as in sort of boasting about sexual prowess, like we are Lotharios, we are seducers, we are fertile, virile, fecund. Or it could be love like, come to us, forge marriage alliances. We will provide love. We will love our people. We will love our peasants, our commoners. We will love our king. But if you rise against us, we will kill you. We will make a mountain of your skulls. It is a weird one. I do have to admit, it's a weird one. The choice was... I think that's a COD tier for... That's got to be COD tier, right? There we go. That's too weird to not be in COD tier. Samuel Pickett says, I swear, where are you getting these houses? I've never heard of half of them. My friend, Samuel, my friend, check out my sigil ranking live streams. I rank the sigil of every single A Song of Ice and Fire house that has a sigil. It's like well over 100. You will find some houses you didn't even know existed. Okay. Next up, House Penrose. So their sigil is it's a pair of quills crossed over on a field of brown. Their words are, God damn it, set down our deeds. So it kind of similar to the House Swigert one. You know, it's intellectual. It's mastery. Set down our deeds. Let our names echo in history. Write down what we will do this day and what we've done in... It is cool. It is cool. It's a cool motto to have with a lame sigil, because the sigil is lame. Like, this is terrible, the actual coat of arms. But this isn't coat of arm ranking, this is house ranking. And to set down our deeds sounds kind of cool, right? It's a promise of badassery, set down our deeds. And it does improve the sigil, because it's like, that's what the quill is. The quill represents us codifying our actions in the annals of history forever. So, I like it. Set down our deeds. Yeah, I'm going B tier. I'm going B tier for that one. I like that one. I have all these sigils up here, and like Hornwood is an A. Who would have guessed Hornwood had such a cool sigil? Let me check the chat. What's everyone saying? How are we doing? Baratheon is in G for God tier. If I see anyone mention the word Baratheon again, even just once, then H tier is cropping up. I promise you. Okay, next up, House Toyne. Currently an extinct house, at least as a noble house, right? A pretty tragic history. You've got it's a Terence Toyne of the Kingsguard who slept with Aegon IV's seventh mistress, Bethany Bracken, and then Aegon IV himself caught them in bed and had him tortured in front of her. So then his family members were like, "Fuck this king," and tried to assassinate him, but he was their assassination attempts were foiled by his brother, Prince Aemon the Dragon Knight of the Kingsguard, who died while defending his brother. And so because of that, House Toyne were just like crushed, torn out root and stem. There are Toynes that are still alive, but they are in the Golden Company, along with various other exiled lords and houses and so on. So pretty tragic house. Badass sigil, but we're not ranking the sigil. The words for House Toyne are, will the words match the badassery of the sigil? The words are, fly high, fly far. I had faith in you. I had faith in you, Toyne. I thought I thought you were better than this. You're a black heart with black wings on gold. I thought, fly high, fly far? I get it, you have wings. Fly high, fly far. I don't know, man. I think that's like E tier. Fly high, fly far. It relates to the sigil. It has wings, so I'm not gonna go like F tier. It's not like completely random. Like, I'm gonna go E tier for that one. Sorry, fam. That's just boring. You got it's not exciting enough. And what do we have here? Sounds like an airline, someone said. What do we have here? Their hearts soar. Lamini in the chat says, imagine, see, let's take Lamini's suggestion. Let's tweak it a bit. Our hearts soar. Even that would be better. Literally a heart with wings. Our hearts soar. You know, with passion, with lust, maybe with bloodlust even. So here we have House Wensington. Part of their sigil involves a bunch of black stags on gold, like the Baratheon sigil. Of course, without the crowns around their necks. So whether they're descended from the Baratheons or from the Durrandons, the house that the Baratheons took their sigil from, is unknown. But yeah, they're clearly cadet branch of some sort. Maybe a bastard branch. We don't know. So I'm expecting a lot. Sound the charge. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool because you have 3 stags rampant going, and then you have, that's my stag impression, I guess, and then you have 2 golden horns on blue. Sound the charge. We will charge into battle and we will slay our foes. You think of like charging stags, you think of horns blowing, you think of men rushing into battle. I like it. It's simple and effective. I like it. Sound the charge. The question is it B tier or D tier? It's not COD tier because it's not weird enough to be COD tier. D tier. So ends our foes. Ever vigilant. Sound the charge. Kind of links in with that. I'm thinking. People saying B. Sound the charge. Am I going to be generous? Let's go B tier. Let's go B tier. The people have spoken. Whoop. Let's go B tier. A little mouse clicky ASMR. 2 more Stormland houses. We have House Karen. So the words of House Karen are, all shall show us the manager. Wait, no, that's not right. I misread that, sorry. House Karen, no song so sweet. Interesting. So, House Karen, first off, we have a bunch of songbirds on their sigil. Next up, what's the House Karen castle is called? Sweet Sound? Let me double check that. Night Song, sorry. Night Song, yes. House Karen of Night Song. So Night Song, songbirds. No song so sweet. Not sure about that one. They're just boasting about having a sweet song. The sweet song of their birds, of their castle. I don't know. How can we spin this? How can we spin this in a positive way? No song so sweet. The song of our achievements. The song of our glory. The song of our won battles, our triumphs on the field. No song so sweet as the song of House Karen. I guess that's how you'd twist it, but... Or maybe they're boasting about their histories like, you know, talent with music. No song so sweet as the one. Because, again, I'm focusing a lot on the military side, but not all the house words have to be about charging into battle. Some of them are just, do they represent their house? Let's... Am I missing something about House Karen? Is there anything in their history? They are a family known for creating warriors and singers. They claim their nightingale sigil has been in 1,000 battles. Okay. So Night Song and the Nightingale, blah, blah, warriors and singers. So they are known for being kind of warrior singers, warrior poets. That's their vibe. That is kind of badass. Okay. No Song So Sweet. Out of context, kind of lame. Knowing the history, I like that. I like that. Just because it's not badass, just because it's not like... It's not an aggressive phrase you would scream while charging on a horse into the thick of a battle. No Song So Sweet for the warrior singers, the warrior poets. I kind of wish I hadn't, like, fucked up COD tier, because, like, this is the ultimate C tier, but the actual C tier has become COD tier. D? D or B? This is another D or B situation. What do we think? Help me out. Someone says S tier. No Song So Sweet. I'm gonna go E tier. Yeah, E tier. That feels right. No, yeah, there we go. We haven't had any F tiers yet. We haven't had any genuine F tiers, which is interesting. And then to fit in with the Stormland vibe, there are 5 Stormland houses on here that involve something black on something gold, which is quite cool. House Granderson, the sigil, of course, being the sleeping lion. Okay. The House Granderson words are, rouse me not. Now that's a threat right there. This is a sleeping lion. This is not House Lannister, with a big aggressive lion rampant. This is not House Rain, with a similarly aggressive lion. This is a sleeping lion. We are powerful. We are heroic. We are noble like the noble lion. However, we are schnoozing. We are sleeping. Right? It's the whole kind of sleeping giant thing. When roused, we will destroy you, but for now, we will be noble in our sleep. We will lie and relax, and we will rule justly, but the moment you rouse us, we will destroy you. It's a threat. It's not a threat while charging into battle, it's a threat before you charge into battle. Rouse me not, for I am the sleeping lion. I like that. I like that a lot. Not to be confused with House Piper. Their words are, arouse me not. There's quite a difference there. So, rouse me not, out of context, it's meh. Within the context of the sigil, I quite like it. Rouse me not, I'm the sleeping lion. I'm going to beat it. I'm going to go B tier. There we go. Lots of B. B tiers always get the most. Something has to be special to be A tier and S tier, you know. Okay. And there we go. All the Stormland houses are completed. So let me know in the chat. Throw it my way. What region shall I do next? We have the Riverlands. We have the Westerlands. We have the Reach. We have the Vale. We have the Crownlands. We have Dawn. And then the special stuff comes at the end. And remember, if you have any cool thing to say, feel free to donate it via Streamlabs. And I'll read it out at the very end of the stream. Or send it in the form of a super chat. What's COD tier, someone asks. COD tier is like funny or weird. Well, I don't know if it's good or not, so it's COD tier. So the House COD words are, though all men do despise us. The House Woad words are, touch me not, and their sigil's a bunch of hedgehogs. And the Lonmouth sigil, which is skulls and kisses, is, what was it? What was the Lonmouth one again? The choice is yours. Oh, hold on a second, fellas. I can't do it. I can't leave my boy down here. It's just disrespectful. So, House Baratheon. God, oh, don't mess, bro. Leia. The hell? Dear Lord. Boomer Haven strikes again. Okay. House Baratheon. Ours is the fury. It's powerful. It's scary. But dare I say, it's iconic. The question with House Baratheon, all memes aside, is it A tier or S tier? Because the House Hornwood one is righteous in wrath. And this one is Ours is the Fury. It's S tier. I've decided it's S tier. I'm sorry, I can't. I've got something about the way it's phrased is so cool. It's got to be S tier. You know it to be true. You know it to be true. Okay. Where we go next then? What have people said? Dawn, Riverlands, Vale, Crownlands, Riverlands. People really want a river. We're going Riverlands. The chat has decided. First off, I must have some water. See, here's the thing. When you live stream with someone else, for example, the magnificent, the magnanimous, the sexy Quindle, the GM, Quinn the Goat Master, Quinn the Gay Man, then there's both of you talking. Like, when they talk, you can rest your voice. You can, go have a glass of water or something. You can collect your thoughts. You can have some banter. You have some fun, have some laughter. When you're live streaming solo, it's like you can't have dead air, right? So you're just like constantly talking. Your throat's going dry. You're checking the chat. I've only got one monitor still because I'm ridiculous. You do that annoying live streamer thing that people do where they have to repeat what they've said twice because they're thinking of the next sentence, which is always annoying. You know, when people are like, "Welcome to my live stream, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. Fellas, we've made it. Fellas, we have made it." Yeah, that pisses me off. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to do the repeat sentence. I do a lot. Okay, Riverlands next. House Tully. That is another show sigil. Goodness gracious. I am a fake fan. Every day, I am more and more exposed. Although, we do have to clarify. We all know this. I have not read the books. Or watched the show. Game of Thrones or House of Dragon. I haven't watched them. I haven't read the books. I kind of pretend I have read the books, and I just use songoficeandfire.wiki to wing my entire career, basically. There we go. That's a real fish, if I ever saw one. So, the House Tully words are, of course, family, duty, honor. Family, duty, honor. Very simple. It's just establishing their values in that order. Let's appreciate the order it's in. Family comes first. Blood comes first. The dynasty comes first. Then duty. Be dutiful. Do what you were assigned to do. Do what you were born to do. Do what you must within this feudal system. And then at the end, honor. The third most important thing. Being brave. Being honourable. Being noble. Very chivalrous traits right there. It's nice and simple. It shows what kind of family the Tullys are. They're not necessarily threatening. They're not mysterious. They're not braggadocious. They're not boorish. They're interested in family, duty, honour. I respect that. I'm going to go D tier. Basic. D tier. Looking going down, there we are. Put the fish in that particular tier. Excellent. Okay, next up, House Malister. This is not the... What the fuck is this? Looks like a 5-year-old drew that. That's not the book. Ugh. I keep getting the wrong sigils. There we go. That's more like it. This is what we need, bro. We need the the bright garish Microsoft Paint one. Microsoft Paint sigils that you can find on the wiki. Graphic design is my passion. Okay, House Malister. Where are we? Shuffle my notes like an old man. I feel like I should be wearing like glasses, looking down my nose like, what's next? Malister, above the rest. Okay, that's a letdown. I'm pretty sure I gave this sigil like A tier or S tier in my sigil ranking, and now we have above the rest. I get it because you're a bird. Because you're a bird and you fly and you're above people, and also it means that you're better than people, you're above the rest. And I guess Malister is quite an imperious name, and the sigil is quite imperious, and I quite like that, the smugness, but I don't know. That's kind of lame. Above the rest. That's E tier. That's like, come on, bro, you're not even trying. That's Toyn levels. Flying far, flying free, above the rest. Come on. And now we have House Mouton. House Mouton. I don't know what voice that was. Okay, House Mouton. Wisdom and strength. I'm gonna let the awkward silence sit there. Wisdom and strength. That is F tier. That is boring as hell. That is very boring. Wisdom and strength. You're a fucking fish. You're a red salmon. Wisdom and strength. Shut up. Okay, next up, we have House Piper. The infamous naked woman sigil. Where's where we looking? Hello. Brave and beautiful. Okay. Well, kind of similar to the Mouton one. Wisdom and strength. So brave and beautiful kind of links in with their sigil, right? And I guess it's a description of themselves. We are brave and we are beautiful. It's just a boast. We're brave, we're good looking. What you can do about it? We're sexy redheads. So what? I can respect it, honestly. I can respect it. Wonder if there's even a kind of a gender divide, right? Where it's like, the men are brave, the women are beautiful. That's what our house is. We are what it says on the tin. Yeah. See, this is different from just saying, what was the Malister one? What was the Muta one? Like, strength and wisdom, that's boring, but like, brave and beautiful, that's a more interesting brag. We are strong and we are wise. We are brave and beautiful. Ooh, alliteration, provocative, links in with the sigil. I haven't seen a salmon that's strong and wise, you know what I'm saying? So I think brave and beautiful. I like it. I'm going to go D tier, actually. Maybe I'm just a simp because I see a naked woman, but there we go. So dumb. Okay. And then finally, from the Riverlands, we have House Smallwood. There we go. Another one of George's hilarious jokes. House Smallwood. There's a Thorin Smallwood in a Clash of Kings, and mentioned in A Song of Swords. He's a Night's Watch member who's just an asshole, and the source of his anger may be related to the name of his house, if you know what I mean. But yes, Smallwood, a bunch of acorns, and their words are from these beginnings. So I guess it's a boast about about their history, something about their history. From these beginnings, our beginnings involved acorns, I guess. Well, Smallwood, okay. House Smallwood, maybe, I guess the implication is they're a minor house that rules over a small wood, like a small forest, a small wood, and they're called House Smallwood. And like, from these beginnings, our beginnings are acorns. Acorns were planted, we grew a forest, we owned the land, we became nobles, we are House Smallwood. So on one hand, from these beginnings, that could be a cool motto, but then when you attach it to a bunch of acorns, that's kind of lame. However, I cannot deny that as a Sigma male, I respect the grind. I can't not respect the grind set of like, started from the bottom, now we're here. We started with a handful of acorns, and now we're minor lords. That is the grind, that is the struggle. I don't know. F tier. From these beginnings, and there's a bunch of acorns, like, great, you grew a wood, well done. There we go, F tier. I'm sorry. The acorns and the salmons can go down there. And there we have it. The Riverlands are completed. So where should we go next? Let me know in the chat. Are we going to the Vale? Are we going to the Westerlands? Are we going to the Reach? Are we going to the Crownlands? Or are we going to Dawn? Let me know. And we have a super chat. Thank you to Boomler for the super chat, who says, you should say the words of House Kermit and House Baelish in their respective voices, of course. Make up the words, obviously. I could probably make a career out of... If I live streamed every day, I could probably make a career out of Boombler sending me super chats and asking me to do a Kermit and a Baelish voice. It would be a rough existence, but I could do it. I could survive. I would have shelter and food if I lived off of a random Polish guy sending me money to do an impression of Kermit and Littlefinger every single live stream. Okay, the words of House Kermit and House Baelish. Well, we know the words of House Baelish. The words of House Baelish are, I'm a bit confused. Those are the Baelish words. Right? You've got the mockingbirds, you've got the green behind it, and then it's House Baelish. I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit confused. I must profess. Shanja. Or maybe the Baelish house words are Harrenhal. I suppose that's off the table as well. Or, oh, what am I thinking? The Baelish house words are chaos is a ladder. Imagine. Because, obviously he's House Baelish of wherever he rules. And then House Baelish of Harrenhal after he's given the Lord Paramountcy of the Trident. Imagine he took new house words and it's just Shanja. It's just House Baelish. Shanja. You got all of his loyal knights and soldiers charging into battle against young Griff, Shanja. Instead of a griffin, they're a Shanja. Okay, I've taken this bit as far as I can. The elastic band is about to snap. What are the Kermit words? Oh, well, I guess the words of House Kermit would be, it ain't easy being green. Yeah. And the sigil would be a green frog. Maybe on black. It ain't easy being green. There we go. Those are the words of House Kermit, without question. All the words might be, no, Miss Piggy. Get your hand out my asshole. Okay, let's carry on. Where are we going next? Yeah, where are we going next? What do people say? Someone just says, Riverland sucks. Fair enough. We need a Kettle Black animated video. You know what? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think that's on my list, actually. Because that's it. It will be short, but it would be interesting. The Kettle Blacks get up to some interesting stuff. I like it. For sure. Although it might be more interesting to just include them in a larger video about Cersei's plot against Marjorie in Feast for Crows, perhaps, but because I never want to repeat myself too much. Okay, Crownlands reach. It looks like Crownlands have won. People really like the Crownlands. They probably didn't like my Kermit tangent, my Kermit and Baelish tangent, but there we go. Crownlands. Let's start with House Targaryen. Fire and Blood. Again, it's up there with Winter is Coming and Ardors of Fury. It's just so iconic. Fire and Blood. It's so simple. This is what we bring. Our dragons bring fire. Our swords bring blood. It's threatening. It's intimidating. It's badass. It's simple. It's catchy. It's not overcooked. It's not undercooked. Fire and Blood. The question is it S tier or A tier? Winter is Coming, Hours of Fury, Fire and Blood. I think I'm going to go A tier. It doesn't quite... People are saying S tier. And I think you're saying that because it's like a pop cultural thing, Fire and Blood. But I don't... Winter is Coming has mystique and Hours is the Fury has awesome phrasing. Fire and Blood is great in its simplicity, but I don't think it's got that extra oomph to push it into S. So I'm going to go A tier for Fire and Blood. Excellent, excellent words. Fire and Blood. I love it. Next up we have House Velaryon. There's if you check the chat, there's a distinct lack of comments between people asking me what region to do next and people discussing where the House Targaryen sigil should go. The 5-minute tangent where I did a Littlefinger and Kermit impression is just silence in the chat. Apart from Boombler, who's like, I am so happy with this. God damn it. Yeah, Miss Piggy. I can't go any faster, I'll start smelling bacon. Okay, Velaryon. What are the words of House Velaryon? I want to get them right. Yes, what I thought. The words of House Velaryon are the old, the true, the brave. Ooh. Braggadocious. I've been using that word a lot today, haven't I? The old, the true, the brave. That's pretty cool. I like that. Again, another arrogant statement. The old, because they are an old house, like thousands of years old. They are 1,000-year-old seafarers that settled on Driftmark before the Targaryens and maybe even the Celticars even came over. They're like the first Valyrian house to properly settle in Westeros or around Westeros. So they do have that old blood, and also the blood of Valyria, right? The old, the true. I'm guessing the true is linking to blood, like true blood. We are true Valyrian blood. We still boast the silver gold hair of old Valyria. We still boast the pale skin. We still boast the purple eyes of various shades. We're the old house. We're the true, and of course, we are the brave. That's all stuff about the past. We're going to talk about the present. We are brave, motherfucker. We are seafarers. We are admirals. We are warriors. The old, the true, the brave. It's so distinguished. That's it. It's a distinguished motto. Okay, is it B tier or A tier? We do not sow. Our blades are sharp. The old, true, the brave. I'm going to go B tier. Yeah, B tier. It's not quite, It's not quite A tier, but I really like it. And my hot take, I'll say this again, I prefer the House Velaryon sigil in the show. I think the mythological half fish, half horse sigil is a lot cooler than a literal seahorse. That's all I've got to say. Yes, when I was in my second year of uni and I ran my own Song of Ice and Fire tabletop role-playing game, which I've talked about a few times, obviously I had to make a bunch of houses that were rivals, or not necessarily rivals, but like surrounding the house of the player characters, because when you're a player, you design your own house, right? So I had to think of some house words. So I came up with a house called House Stanton, and their words were ours for the taking, which I thought was quite cool. And then I had another house that lived in a castle called Tidesbane, which was like by the sea, and their words were literally Bane of the Tides. So I was quite proud of those two. Anyway, moving on, House Stokeworth. So this has got to sell me. Barristan sell me. No, the words have to excite me, right? Because if your sigil was a lamb, no, that's not threatening. So what are we going to do? House Stokeworth, proud to be faithful. Yeah. Okay, fine. Or cool, proud to be faithful. Yeah, it's a bit simpy. A little bit fawning. But it's good. It is good to show off your loyalty. Yeah, your honour and your loyalty. Proud to be faithful. That's E tier for me. Yeah, that's E tier. It is what it is. Next up, we have House Fullard. Maybe descended from a jester, who knows. House Fullard words are they going to be goofy? Let's have a look. None so wise. Okay, that's quite interesting. So, none so wise off the bat is kind of generic, like it's saying we're wise, we're a wise house, and it's in a more poetic way than just saying strong and wise, right, or strength and wisdom. It's none so wise. Okay, that's cool. But the fact that they have a jester hat in their sigil, right, the red and white, they're kind of implying that maybe they're descended from a fool or have some kind of links with jesters or fools or mummery in general, and they're like none so wise. What are you saying? Are you descended from a wise fool? Are you saying none so wise as a fool? There's a juxtaposition there that's really interesting to me. This is COD tier. Yeah, without question. The wise fool. literature reference to the wise fool. That's what someone says in the chat. And then finally, House Wendwater. So the words for House Wendwater are for all seasons. Which, yeah, that's basically explaining what their sigil is. Their sigil is woods in every season. So we have a tree in every season. So we have a tree with green leaves in the summer. We have a tree with red leaves in the autumn. We have a tree with no leaves in the winter. Not the autumn, the fall, for my American friends watching. Not for all. What's for all seasons though? Like your house, like you're available all seasons. We can like call you up, and you're always going to be at the phone. Like, what do you mean? Like, our wood? Do they own woods? And they're like, our woods are for all. I don't know. I'm gonna go F tier. That's kind of lame. It does link in with the sigil, but for all seasons. That's like the tagline of a cheap hotel industry. Come to Wendwater Hotels, open for all seasons. Okay, what's next? We're done with the Crownlands. I'm just gonna aggressively shuffle, pretend I'm doing something useful. Shuffling. Okay, what's next? The Vale, the Westerlands, or the Reach? Or Dawn. Or Dawn. Let's move these boys up. So, let me know in the chat. F. Mink says F because they forgot spring. F's in the chat, everyone. They forgot spring. For all seasons, and yet they're only showing off 3 seasons. Not so sure about that. Sounds like false advertising to me. Crossfire said David Bradley played a fool on the Tudors. They weren't always clowns, but just people to entertain their lords and kings. Yes. I mean, the Tudors is a ridiculous soap opera show, but the episode with David Bradley as Tom Summers... Is it Tom Summers? Henry the Eighth Fool? Very good episode. Right, that one stands out in my head. Oh, and Callum is bringing up that there is a mythological figure called Florian the Fool who becomes a knight, so maybe it's a link to that character. Maybe they're claiming to be descended from them. I'm not sure. What do people have to say then? Reach, Westerlands, Dawn, Reach, Westerlands, Reach, Dawn, Dawn, Westerlands, Dawn, Reach, Reach, Reach. This doesn't get me anywhere. Let's go... Let's go Dawn. There were quite a lot of Dawns. Let's go Dawn. So, House Martell. Again, another classic, another banger. And all of the main houses have bangers, let's be honest. Unbowed, unbent, unbroken. And it's true. The Targaryens have failed several times to conquer Dawn. They are great warriors, they are guerrilla fighters, they work with their terrain, and they are fearsome. And they are loyal to their people and their territory. They will not give up. House Martell, still in power, baby. They are unbowed, unbent, unbroken. It is what it says on the tin. I don't know what to say. That's yeah, it sounds badass. It's historical. They bow to no one. They bend to no one. They have been broken by no one. And again, it's doing something cool, right? So it could be like, we are not broken, or, we do not bow, for example. Like, we do not so, but unbowed, unbent, unbroken. It's a fresh way of doing a motto. It makes it stand out, so that has to be S tier, actually. That's an S tier one for me. Next up, we have House Illyrian. No foe may pass. Okay, I see you. So they've got a hand in their sigil, which is, stop, stay there. No foe may pass. You will not pass our gates. You will not pass our land. And I do believe they're they're not a marcher house, right? So I feel like the sigil of like a hand with the words "No foe shall pass" feels like it belongs to like a house that's on the border of the Stormlands or the Reach. You know, they're further down. But either way, that's cool. No foe shall pass with a hand. I like that. I like that motto. No foe shall pass. Is that B tier or A tier? Let's have a look. Here we stand. Rouse me not. No foe shall pass has to be B tier, I think. That's a solid B tier. I like that. That's cool. Again, I do think it better suits a marcher house, but there we go. You shall not pass. Next up, we have House Fowler. Alright, House Fowler. Their words are, "Let me soar." Okay. Dawn, you were doing so good. You were doing so good, Dawn. You're being creative. You're being badass. Let me soar? What is it with all these fucking bird ones that are like flying free above you all, flying above you, flying high, flying fast. We have wings. Red Bull gives you wings. Let me soar. It's the grumpy face. The grumpy face on the bird kind of makes it feel like it's like he's throwing a tantrum. He's like, "Let me soar. It's not fair. I want to soar. Let me soar. Let me soar." Is this a good live stream, by the way? Are you having fun listening to me repeat the same motto over and over? Let me soar. Okay. I've been spinning my fidget toy. Please ignore that. Ah, God damn it. D tier. Maybe E tier. I'm gonna go E tier. I'm going E. Let me soar. Next up, we have House Jourdain, named after the author of the Wheel of Time series, Robert Jordan. So these house words are, "Let it be written." Dun dun. So we have another house that has like an emphasis on writing. We have a quill here. "Let it be written." That is very similar to the House Swigert, actually, which was House Swigert was Truth Conquers, and House Penrose was Set down our deeds, or put down our deeds, and so now we have "Let it be written." It's very similar. In fact, yeah, it's very similar to House Penrose. "Let it be written." I think "put down our deeds" does sound cooler than "let it be written." I'm gonna put D tier. "Let it be written." No, it's quite lame actually. I'm gonna go E tier. Yeah, E tier for that one. And finally, House, however you pronounce it. Some people say Ironwood. Some people say Ironwood. Some people say Euronwood, which is how I pronounced it in my head when I first read the book. Euronwood. Shout out to my boy Mark spamming, "When's the new June video coming out?" over and over. After House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon has taken up the last several weeks of my life because I've been making videos, preparing. You don't know how much art I've drawn probably well over 200 assets in preparation for 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 very special videos that are going to release during Hot D, on top of my live streams and reviews. You better be ready. I'm talking book versus show character videos, like the real so-and-so. I'm talking animated, the history of House this and that. Brace yourself. But yes, the not the Dawn, the June Part 2 video will be coming out once all the Hot D stuff is dealt with. So, well, not dealt with. Once that beautiful, fun, chaotic period is over, I'll do another June one. I'll do another 2 June one, alright? Compare it to Part 2 of Villeneuve and compare it to the Lynch one. And maybe the mini-series at some point. But yeah, I'm going to expand. After Hot D, obviously I'm going to expand. Please don't take that voice clip out of context and make it weird. I'm going to do June, I'm going to do Witcher, I'm going to do everything. Okay. Anyway, House Ironwood. How do you pronounce it? Let me know in the chat. How do you pronounce Ironwood? We guard the way. Okay, so this is very similar to No Foe May Pass. We guard the way. And it's, it's a portcullis. Some chains. We guard the way. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. D tier. We guard the way. Cool. Yeah. Doesn't offend me. Doesn't excite me. There we go. Right. Where are we going next? The Vale, the Westerland, or the Reach? Let me know. Yeah, people saying they pronounce it Ironwood. Euronwood. I was a Euronwood guy. I was like Euronwood in my head, and then I heard YouTubers pronounce it Ironwood, and I was like, okay, Ironwood makes more sense, but also, Ironwood with a Y is the stupidest thing George has ever done. Where we go next, let me know. Let me know. We've got the Vale. We've got the Westerlands. Vale, Westerlands, Reach. Vale, Reach, Vale. House Beesbury. Westerlands. How did we go from like no one said the Vale to now everyone's saying the Vale? Let's do the Vale. Okay. House Arryn. As high as honor. Because he's a bird, so all the bird mottos have to be about being high and flying and so on. As high as honor. It's a cool motto for House Arryn. They are honourable, they are chivalrous, they are noble. They are literally placed, they live in a high up place, they are in the Eyrie at the top of the Giant's Lance mountain. They are high, we are as high as honour, we soar high like the bird. They are noble, they are imperious. It fits with their vibe perfectly. As high as honor, yeah. There's some great synergy there between what their sigil is, where they live, what their general vibe is and aesthetic is, and what their words are. As high as honor, I like it. Nothing to write home about, but I'm gonna go B tier. I don't know if I'm just doing this because I've been working maybe on a video that might have something to do with the Blue Boys, but I can't reveal that. I probably shouldn't have said that. Shh, be quiet. I didn't say anything. Shush. Silence. Okay. Next up in the Vale, we have House Egan. It's where Savardis Egan comes from. The words of House Egan are by day or night. And of course, their shield, their sigil is basically showing off the day-night cycle. We got a blazing sun, we have a crescent moon, and then we have a star. So it's daytime and nighttime. By day or sun. Oh, sorry. By day or... Wait, where'd it go? By day or night. House Cuddy. By day or night. I don't... Yeah, well, by day or night what is the question? What do you mean? By day or night what? We by day or night we will fight with you. Yeah, we will stand by your side. By day or night... House Egan, yeah, it's fine, it's cool. By day or night. I like it more than I should. I'm kind of thinking D tier for some reason. No, I'm going to go E tier. I don't know, I'm torn. D or E. By day or night. I like the mystery. I'm going to go D because I like the mystery. I like the mystery and I like how it ties in with the sigil. Right. You heard me. You didn't hear anything. You heard nothing. Next video about House Aaron, someone says. No, I've been working on 4 videos and one of them maybe related to the Blue Boys, but that one's actually coming out last. I've got 3 more videos to get out before then. I've got 4 videos to make before House of the Dragon comes out in slightly over a week. And I'm busy this weekend going somewhere, so I have no idea how I'm going to get any of this done, but I'm going to finally install an SSD onto my computer after a year of saying I'm going to do it, which means that hopefully my editing is a lot faster. I have been thinking about getting like a Mac specifically for editing and YouTube stuff, and then keep my PC as like solely a gaming PC. Anyway, sorry, I just thought I'd give you my life story. Where we go next? House Tollett, where our boy Dolorous Ed hails from. When all is darkest. Ooh. Mysterious. What does that mean? When all is darkest. Are they saying, when all is darkest, House Tollett brings the dawn. We bring the light. Or, fear us when all is darkest. When all is darkest, expect us. It's a very mysterious, very creepy. It's a shame. I think I'm trying not to, but I think part of me is... Well, no. I've explicitly said I'm doing this. Sigils. I am somewhat linking in how much I like the motto with how much I like the sigil in a way. Like this, when all is darkest, is really cool, but the sigil sucks, so I'm just like, what does it mean? But independently, when all is darkest. That is cool. A or B? A or B? Someone says First Man House who made it through the long night. Yeah, they are First Man Houses because they sided with Robar the Second Royce during the Andau invasion against Artis Aaron. How do I know so much about the Aarons? It's just off the top of my head. I haven't been making any video about the Aarons. They're a First Man House. When all is darkest, we fought through the long night. Okay. Oh, that's good. That is good. When all is darkest, I'm going to go B tier for that one. I'm going to go B. I like that. It's a high B, though. It's a high B. And then next up we have House Waxley. Bunch of candles there. Light in darkness. Lots of emphasis on darkness over here. Light in darkness, because they're a candle, right? They illuminate the truth. Light in darkness. Eat with a bunch of candles. Eat here. I'm not having that. Sorry, I'm not having this. And then finally for the Vale we have House Widman, which, and I can't remember where I put this in my sigil ranking, but that's fun. But look at that. That's fun. Wait, hold on a second. My window was open. God damn it. My window was open this whole time. I have neighbours that constantly go into their garden. Was I just like screaming bullshit the whole time? Oh, that's embarrassing. They must be like, what is that guy doing? Anyway. What are we talking about? House Widman, yes. It's a cool sigil because it's a bunch of it's 5 broken lances below 5 different sigils, right? House Redfort, House Linderley, House Waynwood, House Brax, and House Lannister from left to right. So basically this guy won big at a tournament, their ancestor. So that's cool. So their words are, right conquers might. There we go. The might represents the powerful houses I've just mentioned. Lords Bannerman, even a Lord Paramount there with the line of Lannister. But right conquers might. They are righteous and noble. And even though they're probably a small house of low origin, maybe even descended from a hedge knight or something, they have a cool history where they defeated some important people. So that's really cool. That is really cool. Right conquers might. I'm feeling... Ooh, maybe A tier? Or is it too... A tier, or is it like too goofy? Like right, not goofy, but like right conquers might is it's a bit too cute, like the rhyming. Right conquers might. I'm gonna go right conquers might. I'm gonna go A tier actually, just because of the context of the house. I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm okay, fine. Okay, next up we have... Oh, we're done. We're done with the Vale. Who's next? The Westerlands or the Reach? Let it be known. Who do you want next? Who do you want next? Do another Kermit for your neighbours. Well, I've shut the window now. I just suddenly heard a noise outside and I was like, I opened that window earlier. I don't think I closed it. Reach next. Okay, cool. So next up we have the Reach. One person said Reach, so I just like, screw it, why not? House Tyrell. Growing strong. I mean, in the show, Olenna was not a big fan of this. Remember that Olenna speech in the show, show only? Where she was like, the Stark words are cool, the Lannister words are cool, the Baratheon words are cool. The exact words she used, by the way. And then she's like, a golden rose growing strong. Growing strong, that's peak D tier, I think. Growing strong. No, that's E tier. That's E tier. I'm sorry, Tyrell. Cool sigil, but growing strong. It's not about that, Chief. I'm sorry. Who's next? Next up, we have House Hightower. The House Hightower words are, of course, "We light the way," which is a description of the High Tower itself, right? It's a big white stone tower with a blazing fire atop it, on an island in Old Town. So it does kind of act like a giant, I guess, like a giant lighthouse, but in the dark, right? But not just that. There's something deeper there. Maybe they light the way in terms of enlightenment. They run Old Town. Old Town is a nexus of faith, right? The Great Sept, the Starry Sept. Sorry, it's a nexus of trade and travel. It is a nexus of academia and learning, because you have the Citadel where the maces are, and the Archmaesters and the Conclave. We light the way not just physically with our tower, but in terms of the faith and academia. In that sense, yes, we light the way. In the darkness, in the savage darkness of all these idiots, we light the way. I really like that, actually. That's cool. Ooh, that's B or A tier. What am I thinking? Again, out of context, we light the way is meh. But what it means, I really appreciate that. I'm going to go B tier for that one. I think it needs to be cool independently to get any higher than B. But yeah, I like that one a lot. Next up, we have House Tarly. The House Tarly words are first in battle, which very much speaks to the militaristic nature of at least Randall Tarly, who we know of, and their sigil is the huntsman, right, with the bow. First in battle, they are strong, they are militaristic, they are warriors. Look back at their histories, you have Sam Tarly, Sam the Savage. Then you have Randall Tarly in the main books, who is a powerful warrior and just a full-blown psychopath, if we're being honest, the way he treats Sam. So yeah, first in battle. That's a cool sigil. We're the first in battle, and also they are marcher lords, so they're used to battle. They are used to skirmishes with the Dornish. They are first in battle. Although someone does point out, Mr. Wombo did just point out in the chat, nothing says first in battle like an archer who's in the back. That's a good point. First in battle, and their sigil was a fucking archer. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. That is quite funny. First in battle. I wonder, is that intentional? Is that like a like a deliberate meme on George's part. First in battle, let's go B tier for that one. I like that one. Okay, next up we have House Ambrose with all the ants. Whenever it's a weird animal like a bunch of ants, you're like, this is going to be some bullshit. House Ambrose, the words are never resting. Because they're ants and they're busy. They're busybodies. They're workers. The ants never rest. House Ambrose never rest. Okay. That's like a motivational poster in the staff room at work. It's just a picture of some ants. Never resting. Yeah, that's E tier for me. Oh, is that F tier? Is that F tier? Cod tier. I don't think it's cod tier. It's not funny enough to be cod tier. People saying cod. People wanted to go cod. I don't know. Bunch of ants never resting. Like, it's not weird enough. Like, I'm gonna go F tier. Yeah, that one's lame. Next up, we have House Graceford, one of the few sigils to have a literal god on it. Right? It's got the mother, I believe. So, the words of House Graceford are, "Work her will." Work her will. Now, whose will? Her will, the mother on the sigil. It links in with the sigil. So this house is This house is very much dedicated to that aspect of the seven, the mother, who represents, maternity and love and I guess fertility and child rearing and childbearing and so on. So work her will. I guess this is a house that especially likes to worship the mother, has some link with worship of the mother. Quite a theological house. Work the will of the mother. Cool. Work her will. The F tier. F tier. What can I say? And now, if it was the maiden, and it was work her will, that's more fun. The simp motto, yeah. Work her will is the simp motto, the cuck motto. Okay, next up we have House Merryweather. Okay, this is kind of cool. Behold our bounty. So first off, you have the alliteration, which is always nice. Behold our bounty. And of course, the sigil of House Merryweather is a cornucopia filled with all manner of berries and fruit and vegetables and so on. Because it is... Wait. Behold our bounty. I thought the Merryweather words were the horn of plenty. Am I getting that mixed up? Okay, behold our bounty. So yes. So essentially what they're doing is, it's boasting about the fertility of their land, about their wealth, about their food, their agriculture. Right? We are bountiful, we are plentiful, we feed our people, we're rich, we're awesome. We're going to show it off on our sigil, and we're going to boast about it in our words. Behold our bounty. I really like behold our bounty. I'm going to go B tier for that one, I think. I'm going to go A tier, actually. I feel like I'm being too miserly. Behold our bounty with a big horn full of food. That's a brag. In medieval times, that's a brag. Okay. Next up, we have House Oakhart. Our roots go deep. Get it? Oakhart, and there are leaves, and it's a tree, and tree roots go deep. Our roots go deep. Yeah, that's really cool. Our roots go deep. E tier. I appreciate the pun, I guess, but like nothing more. And then, do excuse me. I'm gonna have to announce this house quite dramatically. Let me have some water. There we go. And in honor of Glidus, this is House B. Beesbury. I went way longer than I thought I was going to. That sounded like my mic was malfunctioning at a certain point. I'm gonna lose a solid 100 viewers who think the audio just fucked up, who weren't listening properly. House Beesbury, beware our sting, 'cause they're bees. Bees in the chat, everyone. Beware our sting. They're bees. They sting their enemies. S tier, up to S tier. Beware our sting. We will wiggle our butts and we will sting you and make you hurt for a little bit. So you better stay the fuck back. Bees in the chat. The fact that me saying bee, me saying Beesbury sounded like a bee buzzing was not intentional. But pretty cool, right? Okay, cool is not the right word for what that was, but it doesn't appear that I've lost any viewers since screaming Beesbury down the mic, so that's the power of referencing Glidus memes. That's the power. Okay, next up, House Bulwer. Ooh. So, a ram's skull, already looking quite sinister, and their words are death before disgrace. That fucking slaps. Death before disgrace? That's A tier. Death before oh, I like that. That's awesome. That's a perfect motto sigil combo. Next up, we have the final house of House Reach is House Ashford. There's a sun. There's a nice white sun on orange. Our sun shines bright, are their words. Our sun shines bright. Straight into F tier, where you belong. You dirty little wench. Okay, next up, we've got no choice. We've got to move on to the Westerlands. Who's ready for the Westerlands? We're nearing the end, fellas. We've got the Westerlands, then we've got the special ones. Then I might do my usual end of stream ramble about the future of the channel and House of the Dragon and what's coming. But before we wrap up, again, one last call. If anyone has anything cool to say, any super chat to send me to support the channel, I'll read it out loud, and I do super appreciate it because this is my job. But let's get into it, shall we? So, House Lannister, the words are, hear me roar. Mid, actually. Hear me roar. It's a lion. Lions roar. Hear me roar. Yeah, it's B. It's B. Hear me roar. It's a lion. I don't know. I always thought the House Lannister words weren't. They're not quite as cool as Baratheon or Stark or anything. Excuse me. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, next up, House Westerling. Shout out to my girl Jane. Okay, House Westerling. Okay, the House Westerling words are really odd. They are honor, not honors. Let me repeat that. Honor, not honors. So, I guess it's a humble brag. I think this is our first humble brag house motto. Right? It's we are honourable, we are noble, and that is where our strengths lie. It does not lie in honours, which is to say titles and offices. So being lord of this, being master of that, being warden of the whatever, warden up my arsehole. No. We're House Westerling. We don't believe in honours and titles. We believe in just honour. Bare bones, stripped to its essentials, down to the basics. That's what House Westerling is all about. It is the sort of motto you would have with a small house, where they're you don't have honours because no one gives a shit about House Westerling. I keep forgetting that in the books, Jane Westerling's uncle, Ralph Spicer, is now the Lord of Castamere. That's kind of funny. He's just the Lord of a bunch of useless flooded mines and like a burnt castle. It's like, damn, good luck. Okay, honor, not honors. I think that's a cool humble brag for a small house. Kind of unique. I'm gonna go B tier just because it's kind of unique and different. I'm gonna go B tier. It sounds like cope. Someone says. House Seret. Okay, this better be good. If you're gonna give me a big old peacock, this has got to be good. The House Seret words are, "I have no rival." Okay, that's fun. A big, boisterous peacock saying, "I have no rival." That's that. Yeah, I don't know, man. They got riz. Imagine like a sexy noble from House Seret with a big old peacock on their chest, and their words are like, "I have no rival." Imagine a bunch of peacock knights charging into battle, going "Blah, blah, blah, blah," and just screaming, "I have no rival." That's cool. I can't deny that. That's B tier, I think. I think A tier is a bit too special for that, but I have no rival with a peacock. Yeah, I like that. What else? Sarsfield is next. The Green Arrow boy. Could literally be a reference to the hero Green Arrow, because we know George liked comics. True to the mark. Because it's an arrow, it's an arrow. It's true to the mark because it hits the mark. It's an arrow. It's an arrow, people. It's an arrow. I don't know what else to say. E tier, true to the mark. It's inoffensive. An arrow. Okay, sure. Next up, Next up, House Plum. What do we have? What the fuck? The House Plum words are "come try me." Come try me. Glidus, shifting Glidus on George's blog. What does that mean? You mean not a blog? Yo? Oh my god, they are. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna read the blog out loud. So he said, the podcasters Alt-Shift-X and Gliders have been wandering about the globe these past few months, and they sat down while passing through the land of enchantment, I think they mean enchantment, to talk with Raya Golden about Voyaging, her graphic novel adaptation of my novella, The Plague Star. It was a fun interview. I thought you folks might like a look. Voyaging is for sale at your local bookstore. Comic book. Okay, he's now promoting. Cool. George R. R. Martin describing Alt-Shift-X and Glidus as podcasters. Okay. Alt-Shift-X, yeah. But describing Glidus as a podcast... the famous podcaster Glidus. I love the idea of George being like, I really like this Glidus guy. Let me check up his videos. And it's just like Game of Thrones season 6, episode 4, piss take. And he clicks on that and it's just like insane editing and like weird in jokes. And he's just like, that's great. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm so proud of them. I'm also extremely jealous. Like Daemon Targaryen, I am proud and jealous in equal measure. Wandering around the globe. That's cool, I didn't know that. I guess that's awesome. I guess Alt-Shift-X and Gliders because they're friends, right? I bet they've just been like backpacking, just like traveling. That's really cool. That would explain why Gliders didn't respond to my latest message like 2 weeks ago. Because he's busy voyaging. It's definitely not because I'm annoying him. Mate, just wait. I'm telling you now, I've been saying this since like my first live stream. The goal is to like get to the point when I'm able to like do a podcast or an interview or a live stream or something with Swifty, with Glidus. My inspirations for creating YouTube a year ago, over a year ago. That's the goal. We were at 30k subscribers. I think gotta keep climbing. Once I hit like 100k, that's when you're like an official YouTuber territory, and then people start to notice you. I'm so proud of them. That's so awesome. I mean, I wonder if, because we know Alt-Shift-X met George and had like burritos with him, right? So I was presumably Glidus was there too, right? Like Alt-Shift-X wouldn't meet Swifty wouldn't meet George like by himself while Glidus is in like a fucking hotel room jerking off, right? Surely they both met him. That's incredible. He hasn't said anything about it. Oh, that's probably because it's a private conversation, so you don't necessarily want to. Okay, oh my god, I'm going on an ADHD tangent. I'm super proud of them. I hope they had a great time, and hell yeah, I would love to be mentioned. I would love to be called a podcaster by George R. R. Martin. What up, Quinn? Quinn the GM. How you doing, Quinn? Quinn, check out Notablog. Check out Notablog. I won't stay on this topic for too long, but Alt-Shift-X and Glidus apparently travelled the world and I met George R. R. Martin, and it's really exciting. It's so exciting that I went off on a big ADHD tangent. Glidus and Alt are like Rorge and Biter. What the fuck? What? Shut up. Quinn and I have been working on some interesting content. I don't know if we... See, it's not like... We're working on 10 videos, but they all kind of need to be done and released before House of the Dragon Season 2 comes out. So, my thinking is either we try and finish the next 8 videos before Hot D comes out, which is going to be tough, because Quinn is like a loser who has a job or something. A real job? That's gay. Or, I'm thinking, Quinn, I could message you personally, but I'm being lazy. Should we like delay it and like release them after House of the Dragon? But then like the first 2 episodes we done, we're talking as if season 2 hadn't come out, so it's kind of weird. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Shall I get on with the actual video? Okay. House Plum. So the words of House Plum are, what was it? It made me laugh. Oh my god, where are we? I'm looking at the wrong one. There we go. The Reach. The words of House Plum are, I'm going insane. Where's House Plum? Oh, the Westerlands. God damn it. Not the Reach. Come try me. Come try me. That's COD tier for sure. That's COD tier. That's the meme tier. There we go. Come try me. Hey you, come fucking try me. I'll knock your face out. Yeah, I'll knock your face out. I'll knock your fucking teeth out on the back of Tesco's. You come try me right now. Okay, who's next? Next up is House Marbrand, the Burning Tree. Burning bright are their words. They're a burning tree. The tree is burning bright. I don't know. Is it offensive enough? Is it offensively bad enough to be F tier? Burning bright, and it's a tree. Right, because it is Marbrand vibes. Sorry, it is not Marbrand, Ashford vibes. With Ashford being our sun shines bright. Yeah, I'm going to put that next to Ashford. You should be ashamed, Marbrand. Next up, we have House Peckledon. The small-time YouTuber, random internet guy, who's cameoed on my one of my Harrenhal videos, who got roasted for pronouncing sigil as sigil by the very mean bullies in the comments. A random internet guy, check out his channel if you want. He's got some cute little videos. But when I was a tiny YouTuber, I was like, do you want to collab on something? This is before the Harrenhal video came together. I was like, do you want to collab on something? He was like, yeah. I was like, should we do a house? And he went, yeah, let's do House Peckledon. I was like, huh? Sorry, say that again? House... It was like, House Peckledon. I did have to clarify that no, I'm not going to collab on a video about House Peckledon, which has 1 line of information on the wiki. Okay, House Peckledon. Unflinching. Did I miss? Hold on. Did I miss? Unflinching what? No. Their words are literally just unflinching. unflinching. Okay, that's lame. That's a F tier. Oh, the Westerlands are not putting in a good showing, are they? Hopefully the big fat ball boys will save us. House Crakehall. The words of House Crakehall are none so fierce. Okay, that's more like it. That's back to like generic cool, none so fierce, and a big fierce boar. B tier or D tier? None so fierce. B tier. I'm gonna be generous. B tier. I'm gonna be generous. B tier is always is clearly my favorite tier because like in the sigil ranking live stream, B was the one where B was just clustered. Yeah. Okay. So what do we have next? Farman, there we go. I'm so tired. I genuinely zoned out for like a few seconds there. House Farman. House Farman words are the wind, our steed. Okay, that kind of slaps. The wind, our steed. It's phrased poetically. They live on an island, Far Isle, right? They are seafarers. They're boat boys. The wind is our steed. We ride the wind. That's cool. That is nice. That's very nice. I appreciate that. The wind our steed. Ooh, A tier? A tier? Is that being too generous? I'm feeling A tier for the wind our steed. Yeah, because again, I'm not ranking the sigil. And then finally, in the Westerlands, we have the big blue cock of House Swift. The words are awake, awake, with exclamation marks. Oh, that came out weird. Let me try that again. Exclamation marks. There we go. Because it's a cockerel and they scream to wake you up in the morning, and it's like awake, awake, cock-a-doodle-doo. Awake, House Swift, awake, the awakening cock, awake, wake up everyone. Shut the what is it? Oh, I think that's COD tier. I might go COD tier for that one. There we go, COD tier. Awake, awake. Wake up, bitches. Just charging into battle. Wake the fuck up. One of these days I will do my Harris Swift video, the meme of Westeros. Okay, we are done with the main bits. And now we are moving on to the special sigils down here. But before we do that, I think I may have missed a super chat. I did. Thank you for the super chat from Swift Hill. Oh my god. One of his bastards, eh? Who says House Bolton is S tier and House Lannister is E tier. That's an interesting take. I mean, I get that though. The House Bolton one, our blades are sharp. It is menacing. It is threatening. And it does tie in with their history and it ties in with their sigil. And House Lannister, as cool of a house they are and as cool as their sigil is, as iconic as it is, hear me roar. Hear me roar isn't iconic. Winter is coming is iconic. Fire and Blood is iconic, right? Ours is a Fury is less iconic in terms of pop culture relating to the show, but it's still iconic within the A Song of Ice and Fire fandom. But Hear Me Roar, not really. So I fully understand why you'd think, why you would put that in E tier. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, Swift Hill. I hope your father is looking after you. So here we have House Forrester. Now, specifically, in the books, House Forrester don't have house words, but in the Telltale Game of Thrones game, which I still haven't played, but I think it'll be fun to play with Quinn at some point, they do have house words. So, who in the chat can remind people what the House Forrester words are from the video game? Remind the chat, definitely not me, because I absolutely 100% know the answer, and I'm not using you as a little hive mind, the little hive mind chat pool of information. What is it? Let me know. And of course, we have House Whitehill from the game as well. So whoever can tell me the mottos of House Forrester and House Whitehill from the Telltale Games, we'll get a special prize or something. Thank you, Yanverb. I love your profile picture. Jason Lannister looking sus. Iron from Ice. Okay, Iron from Ice for a Northern House. Ooh, that's good. That's like A or S tier. What's that then? Iron from Ice. What is that? Iron from Ice. That's the mystery makes it S tier for me. Winter is coming is mysterious. Iron from Ice. Beautiful. Okay. Mwah. White Hills doesn't have a motto. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you, Yanverb, for providing both answers. Your reward is whatever you want. Send me a comment and I'll do whatever you want me to do. I don't know. Okay, the penultimate one here we have House Frey, but you may notice this is House Frey from the Game of Thrones show, not the House Frey sigil from the book. The House Frey sigil in the book is a blue castle on grey or silver, and in the show it's this. That's because in the books, House Frey do not have house words. But, however, we do hear their house words. At the end of season 6, we hear the phrase chant, "We stand together." And apparently, since then, it has been confirmed that in the show, the phrase, "We stand together." I mean, it's especially apt for, like, the Walder Frey branch, right? I don't know about the phrase of the past, but under Walder Frey, he's very much in favour of keeping the family together. Sure, maybe he's not the best parent, he's not the best human being, but despite his many flaws, he's a pretty evil man. He does believe that in the twins, that every Frey should have a place in the twins. Every major Frey, every minor Frey, every Frey he disagrees with, every Frey he dislikes, all his bastards, they all deserve a place in the twins. They are all his blood and his kin. So we stand together, the Freys stand together, they are united under Walder Frey. They are one large family, pursuing the same goal. And I like that. I like we stand together. It's simple. It's like D tier. It's like a simple... Yeah, I can see that. We stand together. Okay, and then finally, we have this. Who knows what this sigil is? What is this sigil? What house does this belong to? This is the last one. Let's check the chat. My chat is so out of sync with what I'm saying. I don't know what that's about. Is it my internet? I'm saying stuff and people are just like talking about something I said a minute ago. Yeah. Stand together could also refer to the twins. You're right, Callum. You're right, Boomblur. It is in fact Lord of Fantasy of House Haven. It is the official Fantasy Haven sigil, which you can find on some Fantasy Haven merch at fantasyhavenmerch.com. You can have a mug with this sigil, and you can also have this sigil on a hoodie, and you can have it on a cheeky beanie. It's the summer, I should start selling some caps. Anyway, it's D-rank celebrity YouTuber fantasy guy. It's the D-list YouTuber fantasy guy. So, what are the words of House Haven? Because I don't know. Literally, throw out suggestions. What should the words of House Haven? What should my house be? What are the words of my house? House Haven. Timeliness. Timeliness and... Timeliness and success. Yeah. Or, we who grind. House Haven, we who grind. Proud and jealous. I said I was proud. I am equal parts proud and jealous. Proud and jealous, that's a good. Ours is the jealousy, perhaps. Ever early, I like that. You're home for all things fantasy. Yo, that's a deep cut. That was in my early videos. I used to have a little motto of my own, which was, welcome to Fantasy Haven, your home for all things fantasy. And then I stopped saying it because I was like, in those few seconds, people might click off. Like, get people interested. Oh, it's got to be your home for all things fantasy. That was literally my old calumnies. I respect Mink shouting out calumnies. I feel like there are 5 people who appreciate that in-joke. I'm trying to bring it back. I'm doing a video about Viserys, and I want to bring back the calumnies meme. Kermit forever. Proud and jealous. I'm going to go with your home for all things. No, I'm going to accept all of these mottos and obviously put myself in S tier, because why not? Oh, whoopsie. And there we go. Everyone have a look. The official motto tier list. Booyah. If you want to screenshot that and send it to people to, I don't know, piss them off, because that's what people did with the sigil ranking apparently, go ahead. Right. While we are waiting, waiting for what? We're not, we're wrapping up. Oh, Streamlabs, that's it. I'm going to open up Streamlabs and I'm going to see if there were any donations, and I will answer some donation questions. If you're wondering why I'm not streaming through Streamlabs, it's because every time I try to, my stream crashes. Like every time. So hopefully after I've installed the SSD, it will stop crashing. And if you're wondering why a YouTuber who's been doing his thing for over a year with 30k subscribers, why he doesn't already have an SSD, my response is shush. Okay, no Streamlabs donations, that's fine. Before we wrap up then, let's talk about the future of the channel. I said that in the most obnoxious way, didn't I? Okay, the future of Fantasy Haven. So I have a bunch of videos planned with Quinn, but I'm not sure if we'll get them done in time before Hot D Season 2, so I might release them after Hot D Season 2. They're basically commentary tracks, right? So it's going to be us watching House of the Dragon episodes and talking about them, and then I'll release them as like highlights. And our plan was to pump them out before Hot D came out, but honestly, I don't think we'll do them in time because he's very busy. So maybe it should be after Season 2, and then we'll have highlight reels of like our reactions to episodes of Season 1 and 2. I think that could work out, actually. Yeah, let's do that. In terms of what is to come in House of the Dragon, I'm telling you now, we're going to have live streams with Quinn the GM. We're going to have episode reviews. On my Patreon Discord, I'll be doing... we'll be watching the episode again halfway through the week and doing it in voice chat. And I'll be chatting to my patrons. And we'll be bantering about the episode. I'll also probably be doing some Patreon live streams discussing the preview for the next episode every week. And then on top of these live streams, Patreon content, and reviews, there will be 4 special videos dropping. 2 videos that are the real insert character here, right, where I explore the book versus show. One of them is Viserys, the other one is redacted, because it's a spoiler. And then there will be 2 house histories dropping. And I might as well tell you, because you're the amazing live stream people, so I'll tell you. And also, I've probably already said this on like numerous streams and I can't remember, so I'll just say it anyway. I'm doing a Bracken versus Blackwood video, an animated history of House Bracken versus Blackwood. And I am, of course, doing a House Arryn video as well, because we know we'll be seeing the Brackens and Blackwoods and Arryns in House of the Dragon, so it times up nicely. So we got reviews, we got live streams, we got Patreon content, and we have some proper long animated content prepared thoroughly in advance. So there we go. Like this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out my other videos and live streams. If you want to support the channel financially, in return for all kind of goodies, check out the Patreon. Even at the lowest tier, you have access to the Patreon Discord. You have access to extended videos, exclusive videos, art commissions where I draw my big-eyed characters for you. You can commission whatever you want, cameos where your characters appear in my videos, all kinds of awesome stuff. Yeah, it's really, honestly, I provide a lot, but the Discord is the most important thing because it's just fun. This is where I post my teasers. It's where I chat to people. But if you want to support the channel in another way, we have merchandise. Check it out in the description. fantasyhavenmerch.com. T-shirts, hoodies, beanies, mugs. It's just a fun way of supporting the channel because, hey, this is my job. This isn't a hobby. I don't know how Quinn the GM posts more frequently than me when he's either in law school or he has like a 9-to-5 job. And I work from home making YouTube. I do not have... Quinn is a conscientious boy. I do not have that. Okay. I think we're done. Has anyone got anything else to say? I think it's time to wrap up the live stream. Goodbye, see you all, and I'll probably be talking... The next time I'll talk to you will probably be a Hot D related live stream with Quinn before episode 1 drops. So see you then.